Welcome to the locker room, and boy, you wound up tonight. Off your medication, I can tell. Wow. Woo!
Oh, you
Stand by.
don't like the way the dice is rolling.
Stand by.
Stand
by.
You just don't
Mr.
like
Quinter
the dice,
is,
man.
Mr. Quinter
You
is
need to
on
get
a
real.
roll.
You need to get real. You know what?
I am
you need to
real.
get in the real world.
I'm
You're
as
not
real-
in the real world.
I'm
You're
as
in
real
some
as you
make-believe
get.
land
I'm
down
as-
in Roane County.
I'm as real as you can get.
No,
Hey,
you're-
saw Coach Gaddis last night in Roane
Where
County.
did you see him at? What was he
was,
doing?
well, his wife was getting, she got the teacher of the year award at Cherokee Middle School last night. So
Well, congratulations.
had a little banquet down there, and looked up and I said, hey, Coach Gaddis, welcome to Roane County, my man.
I've been recruiting. You can't never tell.
Well, but
Triple D's favorite coach, Coach Gaddis. My favorite coach.
we basketball season's over.
It is. No basketball.
Well,
Just
what a
the
game.
NBA.
What a game.
What a game win.
Well, that was a good game.
Championship game?
Yeah.
Less viewership than ever.
Oh, I didn't say about viewership.
It was
I just
not,
said
and
it was a good
I
game.
thought it was not a very good. I didn't think it was a very good game at all.
I thought Villanova was the best, by far the best team. That proved to be right. Man, can they shoot it or what?
Ken, I didn't think the Final Four games were good, and I didn't think the championship game was good. I didn't. I just didn't think they were good games. It was a good
but
game.
see what's
It
happened
was
is
a
that when
good
you
game.
we're
Hold
on-
on a minute.
see that
Hold on a
medication.
minute.
That medication
No,
dulls
no,
your.
no,
that
medication
dulls
don't
your
have nothing to
view.
do
Yeah,
with
sure it does.
It only
Sure
does if you're down in Roane County.
Sure
But
it
time
does.
out a minute. The Villanova game was a good game if you liked the shooting. Yes, the Villanova lit it up, man. They were sort of like another game back in.
Played good defense.
How do you play good defense if you're scoring? We're talking about.
I'm
shooting
saying
the
they
ball.
also played good defense,
But it
not
was
just shooting.
as like the Kansas coach said, from the first part on, we were in the game. We were through early. I was really shocked because a lot of people were picking Kansas to win that game, along with me. And I didn't think that they could go in the championship
Bill
game.
Self.
I could forget about Coach Self.
Well, you can't forget about him.
He's a good coach.
He loses more. He
Hold on
loses
a
more
minute.
NCAA
Yeah,
games
hold on
than
a minute.
anybody.
But I didn't think they could keep that up in the national championship game, and they did. What's the scary part about Villanova is there's not any. I don't think
Got a
there's
bunch
any
coming back.
Bunch coming back. Now I don't know if their little point guard's coming back because he's graduated in 3 years and he's eligible to go on if he wants to go on. So he's a key part. But I just didn't think the Final Four games were that good.
I mean, how many times
I really
does a man
wanted-
come off the bench and hit 31?
I really wanted
Never.
to see some different blood there, being like Loyola. I was hoping they would win. I really was.
No,
I
they
didn't
just ran
think,
out of
and
steam.
I knew right when Michigan won that game, they didn't stand a chance against Villanova.
Why?
I just didn't think they could match up with them. They just couldn't match up with them. Kansas is too good of a defensive team, and they couldn't match up with them. Michigan's not as good a defensive team, and they sure didn't match up with them. Now, the game was maybe just a tad bit closer at times, and Michigan had a chance. So, prime example, you don't shoot the ball good at one night. Michigan didn't shoot the ball good the championship game night. The big man didn't play the same as he played before.
Didn't get a chance.
He didn't get a chance. What I'm saying, didn't get a
They
chance.
didn't get him the ball.
Well, even when he did get to shoot the ball,
Well,
it
they
wasn't
didn't get
the
him the
same.
ball.
He didn't make any.
They went 5 straight possessions and he never touched the ball.
They did, and they rushed a bunch of shots.
Well,
too.
that's my point. Is
So-
if the ball's not going in for you, that's even more reason that you get it in. The guy's got to go through the balls. Got to go through the big man.
I
every
agree.
possession.
I agree. No, I fully agree. I just didn't think Michigan coming. I just didn't think coming in they were that good a team.
And I
If
thought
you
the
look
coach
at
should
them
have
all
called a
year long,
timeout and said, "Hey guys, let me introduce you to our post player. He's still in the game. What's happening to you?"
I just think if you go back and look at Michigan all year long, you could see traits of them coming out, and it did come out in the championship game of how they were at one time. I think they were 8 and
Well, the same thing happened
8 and
against
5 or something like that.
Loyola. They had 7
I
minutes.
would
They
just
didn't
like
score
to
against
see
Loyola.
Loyola, and I'm not saying because I like Kansas
Oh,
and I
yeah,
do like
yeah.
Coach Self. I just like to see. I just like to see different teams win it. I think it's more interesting when there's different teams.
Sure.
I think as soon as Loyola got out of it, you knew the viewers on Monday night. I tell you something that hurt them on Monday night more than anything. I ain't figured out why we got to have a tip off at 9:20.
the West Coast.
Well, yeah, but that shouldn't matter.
Well, sure it does.
It shouldn't matter.
Well, sure it does. Who's going to watch on the West Coast at 5 o'clock?
Well, I don't know.
No
There
one.
would have been as many people back. It affected a lot of people.
They're not home yet.
I bet it don't do
They're
that.
not
I
home
bet
yet.
it don't do. I bet they don't do that no more.
Well, they've done it every year
I
forever.
bet they don't.
Well,
I
check.
bet they move it.
When have they ever?
It's because it's going to be in Minnesota next year. It ain't going to be on the West Coast.
It doesn't matter. When has they ever tipped off that it wasn't 9 o'clock on the East Coast?
Probably never.
Okay, thank you.
But I'm just saying that's awful late.
It is late,
I would think prime time to me is 8 o'clock.
but if you
Not
just
that
stop
it
and
has to be.
think,
I know you didn't get
why-
to see the game
why-
because you was already
oh,
in
I
bed.
watched every bit.
No,
of it.
you didn't.
Why
You went
did?
to bed.
Why would you? Why would you do it at 9 o'clock and then bingo? Well, if you did it at 8 o'clock, that's 5 o'clock on the East Coast, on the West Coast.
Same thing the Dodgers do. It's why the Dodgers play and the people who are late arriving crowd for the Dodgers. That's exactly right. So that's why you do it there. People
Well, they
hustle
don't.
home, they'll lay out of work or whatever to do it.
A little different in
So-
a baseball game than basketball game.
Well, anyway, beside the point, it was so. I thought the tournament overall was good. I thought the tournament overall was good.
Oh, I think the fact that you finally got a 16 seed win, that was huge. That's been the history. So now you've got one 16 seed with the win. That's huge going forward. I think the other thing that hurt Michigan was they really of all of the teams in the tournament, they had the least difficult road to get there. After they had some upsets in their region, the rest of it was fairly easy for them. And
Yeah, but if you look at Villanova, they won every game by double digits.
well, but I'm saying Michigan they didn't play above a 5 seed.
No, that's what I'm saying. But Villanova won every one of their
Oh
games
yeah.
by
Oh,
double
they
digits.
just shoot they
just
shoot the rock.
They shoot the rock. They shoot it good. But I'm like Nick Vitale. I think it's time that we move the line back a little bit. We do some other things. Try to make the game, get the game back to some fundamentals, and because the 3-point is not the, they jacked up, man. They jacked a lot of threes.
And the thing that amazed me about it was there were several shots made in this tournament that you couldn't even call string music because there was no sounds made. I mean, it was like the net didn't move.
Didn't move. There was.
I mean, that's
There was.
that's from 3-point range. That's pretty good.
So I think it's time that the way they did this time, the way it was played, I think it's time to move the line back. They experimented in the NIT with that this time and said there was good success.
Well, yeah, but
with
they only
it.
moved it back a foot maybe.
Yeah, whatever
What's
it
a
is.
foot?
It's whatever what is it?
International.
International. They only moved it back what the
Yeah,
international
I mean,
is.
that's
not much.
That's nothing.
And something about make the lane a little bit
Lane
wider.
wider, and that gets you traffic in and out of there.
Yeah.
That separates that big man. You got to get him out from underneath the bucket.
But they said the 4-quarter thing probably would not go because the coaches didn't like the 4 quarters. They're wanting to cut the timeouts from 5 for the other night. Then the SEC. In the tournament, you only got 4 because there's multiple TV timeouts. They're
Well,
wanting to cut those timeouts in regular season and in the championship tournament from 4 to 2.
well, and the other thing is, you're also getting extra timeouts every time they go review a play. So,
Well-
there can be 2 or 3 of those a game.
There's something that they're trying to get a rule put in that they're only allowed to have so many minutes to do. I mean, so many minutes. No longer. I forgot. I heard a number. I don't remember what it was
To make a decision.
to make a decision instead of over and over and over.
But how can you
Me
do
and
that?
you look at it, and then we call our partner over,
But how
and then
can
you
you-
step
but how
out.
can you do that?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, the only thing you can do there is say at the end of 2 minutes, if you haven't made a decision, then the call stands.
The call stands. Maybe that's
do
what it
that.
ought to be. But here's what I think's funny on that, and I don't know about you when you see those replays. When they show that replay on TV, I see it the first time. I don't have to see 15 angles because you see it the first time, you can tell.
But a lot of times it's not just the play. Then you got to go back and say, okay, look at the clock, just like the other night in the women's game,
I understand
where there was
that.
.1.
But for them to be over there,
they're looking at more than one thing.
It shouldn't take 5 minutes to figure out if the ball's off you or off me.
But they're looking
and
at
it shouldn't
other
take
things.
5 minutes also to figure out what the time is on the clock.
Well, but cumulatively.
Now, the reason they said that they didn't want to go, I think, to the 4 quarters, that they figured when they went to the 4 quarters, they'd have to go to a 25-second play clock instead of what it is. No, I'm wrong. 20-second play clock. They didn't want to do that. Coaches were against
Instead of 30?
Instead of 30. Just a thought.
Well, I think that's the greatest tournament in sports is March Madness when you get all of those ball games and you see the upsets, you see the
I like
small
to see,
teams.
that's what I was going to say. Don't you like to see the
yeah.
underdog sometimes
yeah.
win a couple games, even if they put your team out?
Yeah.
It's good to see the underdog, because those kids work just as hard as the kids at Kentucky.
And what it shows
And they're
you,
probably less talented than the kids at Kentucky.
but what it shows you is it shows you that the team from Maryland that upset Virginia. You get you a couple transfers. And then you get you an eligible senior that's graduated, a graduate student that comes in. It doesn't take much more than that to
That's some things
to fix a bad program.
That's some things they're talking about doing away with, especially in the SEC. That's been a big talk in the SEC being able to do that.
The graduate transfer. Yeah.
That's some talk. That's been talk in the
Well, the intent was great, but like everything else, some athletic director figures out a way to beat the system, and then it really the original intent is lost.
Now I heard this figure, and I know you're not going to like this figure. I heard this figure the other day. They was talking about should the NCAA pay the kids, give them money, and the figure was thrown out that they have. How somebody knows this? I don't have any idea. I'm only listening to sports talk, just like people's listening to me and you tonight. The figure was thrown out. The NCAA has apparently thrown out a figure of $25,000 per player
Per year?
per year.
Oh, that's ludicrous. That's ludicrous.
25,000.
I mean,
Don't ask me how, because I can't tell you. I'm only repeating what I heard on the radio. They were talking about this, some figures that's been thrown around. I'm sure they've researched it or somebody's
right
told
now
them.
they're getting what, 3,200 or something?
Do they get? I don't know what they get.
I think it's like 3,200 or something.
We're talking 25,000. So I don't know.
Good luck.
Well, you have to think eventually that a group is going to get together and they're going to file a lawsuit and they're going to get lucky and win the lawsuit. You just think that.
Well, that's okay. They might win the lawsuit, but they'll never play.
Well, they might not, but I think I think if they win the lawsuit, they'll have to pay.
No, I said play.
Well, yeah, they'll play.
Why?
Well, yeah, they'll get to play. They'll play.
Okay.
I just think there'll be a lawsuit. There'll be a lawsuit, and they'll get lucky and they'll win it. And then the NCAA is going to have to fold. They're going to have to either pay them or fold.
Well, and that's the thing that's probably been coming for a long time, is the Power 5 conferences will have their own. NCAA won't have anything to do with them. They'll get out, they'll form their own, and they'll split the money. I think each SEC team last year got $32 million
Something like that.
for TVs and all the stuff. If it's 3,200 they're getting, that's probably not enough. 25,000 is way on the other side. Because here's the thing. Those kids are getting a full ride. That means everything is paid for. Everything is paid for. Then on top of that, the majority of them are getting Pell Grants.
Well, maybe something changes there as
So
far as the Pell Grant. I don't know
that's
I don't know the ins and outs of it. I'm just
that's
repeating.
that's not a bad gig.
Well, maybe not, but I'm just repeating the ins and outs.
Now
of it.
the NCAA wants to say, they've always been really big on, you can't give a student athlete anything that an average student can't get, right?
That's right.
Okay. Can an average student say, I would like to go eat at the training table?
No,
So how do you reverse it?
I don't know.
See, it's
Yeah, but let me go back and say my argument might be back. Does the average student perform something that brings millions of dollars into the
Doesn't have
university.
anything to do with
Well,
it.
it might not, but I would try to argue that.
All I'm saying is the NCAA has always said it's a violation if this student athlete gets more than the average Joe Blow student.
And didn't at one time up in Kentucky they had to let some other students
The
live
dorm.
in the dorm?
Had to go, yeah.
Had to open
That's
it
what I'm
up and
saying.
put some other students in the dorm because the dorm for the basketball team was so nice.
So nice. That's my point. And so now, you know, the student athletes, why don't you give every student tutoring?
I don't know.
I mean, you give it to the student athletes. The Thornton Center over there is full of tutors.
I got you. I'm with you.
And with tutors comes information.
It does. No, that's what they're there for. I don't know if you've seen today. I seen today where Arizona is trying to put some stipulations on Sean Miller, or whatever his name is. Miller's his last name, I believe. Apparently, his contract right now reads, you don't matter if you fire him with cause, he walks away with his full amount of money. They're trying to put $1 million here and $300,000 there for all this other stuff, and so I don't know if that's going to fly. I don't know if he'll agree to. I personally wouldn't agree to that. They just have to fire my, you know what, and send me my money in the mail.
Well, there's a lot. It's going to be interesting in the next 5 years. In the next 5 years, the NCAA probably will not resemble anything that we know it up as today.
Listen, I just don't think each head football coaches, head basketball coaches are worth $7, $8, $9 million, man. That's a lot of money.
It is, but
That's a lot of money.
but when you receive a $32 million check in the mail,
Well, it's still it's a lot of. I forgot they said I heard what the total figure was at Alabama for Alabama staff is like it's 20 plus.
well, they've added Jones now for another 35 grand.
Yeah, it's 20 plus.
35 grand.
If that qualifies,
That's not enough to pay his taxes.
that qualifies the requirements from UT. It meets the requirements that he had to try to find another job.
Well, but what I'm saying is that doesn't
Don't get us off the hook for anything.
that doesn't even pay his taxes for a check.
And they said they're trying to that eventually he will be an on the field coach. I don't know what he coaches.
Well, after his time at UT is up,
He'll be an on the field coach.
when his time is up.
Yep.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is your gift destination. Shop the new plush selection for that special someone. We have Bath & Body Works popular fragrances and custom gift baskets too. Live and Let Live has a wide selection of gift and home decor for any occasion, from yard flags to selected jewelry plus much more. We have Big Orange giftware always available year-round. And don't forget to enjoy a soda fountain treat while you shop. Live and Let Live Drugstore, Gift Shop, and Soda Fountain in downtown Rockwood.
All right, crew, let's get started. All right.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
In today's world, you don't stay in business long without providing exceptional customer service. The Duff family has been providing exceptional customer service for over 44 years. In today's world, you don't stay in business long without providing exceptional customer service. The Duff family has been providing exceptional customer service for over 44 years. Our customers rate us highly, as shown by the fact we're the only dealer in Tennessee to have earned the Subaru Stellar Care Award for customer satisfaction 6 years in a row. Check our online reviews or ask your friends. They'll tell you to come to Earl Duff Subaru, where buying is a pleasure.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event, choose 0% financing on all new 18 Outback models at Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. Mulch & More offers mulch, the best topsoil in the area, all types of gravel, sand, pea gravel, either loose or in bags, creek rock, river rock, field stone, mountain mist stone, railroad cross ties, straw bales, fence posts, farm gates, and much more. Mulch & More offers backhoe and dump truck service. And Mulch & More can also demolish a house or building on your property, and they'll haul it off for you. Give Gary a call today at 865-740-5229 for Mulch & More in Midtown.
I'm Scott Burton, and I'm running for Anderson County Trustee. When it comes to our tax dollars, we need to trust the person managing those dollars. As Clinton's mayor, I've led with conservative fiscal principles. In 7 years, we've cut our debt from over $13 million down to $7 million, with a clear path to being debt-free in less than 8 years. I've proven I treat tax dollars like I would my own. Please vote for me, Scott Burton, in the Republican primary on May 1st.
Roan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation. Roan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. A member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Roan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
Reno Sporting Goods, your first choice for sports equipment. On the court, on the field, or in the stands, Reno's has the brand names you want. All the latest from Adidas, Under Armour, and more. From custom embroidery to screen printing, it's all about the game. For over 30 years, Reno Sporting Goods.
Well, welcome back to the locker room. We got some announcements here. The Anderson County High School baseball team, as we speak, honoring the veterans before their Veterans Appreciation Game. Taking on Central tonight, so if you're a veteran, get on out there and get a little appreciation your way there tonight. Clinton High School baseball will host their annual alumni night on Friday the 6th, so tomorrow night. Game time 7 o'clock, and the baseball program would like to invite all of the baseball alumni to come out as they take on the Smoky Bears of Sevier County. And the alumni will be recognized prior to the first pitch. And the Tennessee Smokies, Randy Boyd and the Tennessee Smokies.
Whoa now, leave him out.
In conjunction with the Chicago Cubs.
He ain't coaching the team up there.
Well, he just owns them.
The Cubs, just
owns
the
them.
Smokies.
They've announced their initial 2018 opening day roster for the upcoming season. So the Smokies are back, thanks to Randy Boyd
and Bill Lee.
They'll be there. 286-2300. Call and get your tickets.
You're off your medicine out, Barry.
So
Lord have mercy.
That's our announcements.
Yeah.
High school baseball, as we see, lots of stuff going on. Big game down our way the other night.
You wouldn't call him, was you?
Harriman defeats Rockwood.
You wouldn't call him, were you?
No.
Good.
No.
That's good. You've not called any this year, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We didn't hear about them, so they must have went all right. Who'd you
Always
have?
go okay.
Who'd you have?
Always go okay.
Yeah. Who'd you have?
Cofield.
No. Who'd you have?
I'm not. I can't get into that stuff. That's.
Oh God.
That's,
it's so important that you don't tell us who you had. You probably had the Harriman Rockwood game.
No, I didn't have the
Yeah,
Harriman
you
Rockwood
did.
game.
You probably, and somehow or another, you won the toss to get behind the plate.
No, although that's where I like to be most of the time.
Yeah,
I can
and
get behind the plate.
Your strike zone is not right. It's it's erratic.
Well, aren't you a good one?
Don't forget, we had TV cameras on you at Cofield and watched how erratic they was. So
what was erratic was the TV positioning that you were trying to shake.
No.
That's what's
I didn't
erratic.
have anything to do with the
That's what's
TV
erratic.
position. Brad Jones did, and he does a great job. as
Tennessee
we know.
baseball. What do you think?
Tennessee
Are they back?
baseball. Well, they're playing. Yeah, sorta, maybe.
I watched them
Sort
the
of
other
maybe.
night, and they were playing South Carolina and got what, 2 hits?
They're playing. They won a game. Did they win one at South Carolina? I can't remember.
Yes,
They won one,
I
didn't they?
think so. Yeah.
I'll tell you who some coaches that might be in trouble at UT might be the women's softball coaches. They've got run rule twice. Take it here. Hey, take it here. Take it right here. They're in trouble. They've got run rule twice. What do you think? Huh? You know what? Eventually, listen to this now, okay? You're going to get a laugh out of this, too.
No,
eventually.
I can't take anymore.
Eventually, listen, eventually, if you talk about it enough, it'll happen.
Wow.
Did you read it in the
Wow.
paper, though, first at UT? They got run ruled.
Wow.
They've been run ruled twice.
Well, the first time they got run rule, they'd been flying all night from Hawaii.
Oh, bull. That ain't there no from no Hawaii. They got run ruled here just the other night.
The other night
they wasn't
did.
coming from Hawaii.
Not the second
They's
time.
coming from their dorms right down the road.
Oh, listen to you.
And they got run ruled. And
Listen
since
to
they've
you.
been in SEC play, I don't know if they've won a game.
Oh, yeah.
Just one.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they got swept in
No,
South Carolina.
No, they've won more.
Georgia got them.
They've won more than one. They've won more than one.
Not in
Get
the
your
SEC.
facts. Get
Not in
your-
the
yes, sir.
SEC, I don't
should.
think they have.
How much?
I don't know. I bet you
Yeah,
15 cents or something like
don't-
that.
well,
Gambling's illegal anyway.
You don't have a clue.
You can't gamble.
You just
They were
rattled-
30. They were 30-1 here not long
You
ago.
just-
What's that record
no,
now?
it's 30-3.
What's the record? I said they were 30-1 here not long ago. What's the record now?
No, they've lost about 6.
Yeah, and they've dropped from number 2 to number 15.
Let's wait and see.
Let's wait and
at the end
see.
of the season where they are, and
And
they will be
and
at the World Series.
Their pitching's getting pounded.
Pitching's
right
hurt.
now.
They're hurt.
Hurt.
They're hurt.
They've got All-American girls over there. They might have run their course.
They're hurt. But yeah,
Right
they probably need to fire them. That's probably right. Get rid of them.
Run their course. Let's
Get rid
some
of
new
them.
coaches.
Yeah, get rid of them. Yeah.
Former's he's gonna
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah,
he
get
might
rid
not
of him.
like the way. You ever thought he might not like the way they treated his daughter when she played?
How could they treat her any better?
Maybe she didn't.
She was
start.
on the team, wasn't she?
She didn't start.
She was on the team, wasn't she?
That don't matter. You want your kid just to be on the team, or you want her to play?
Well,
That's
if
not
they can't play a lick, I'm glad they're on the team.
That's not the question. That's not the question.
I'm glad they kept her on the team.
You want her to play. So
I'm
he
glad
might
they
be
kept her
back.
on the team.
They ain't gonna fire the softball coaches. They're the only
Thank
thing. They're the only thing over there that's winning
Thank
right now.
you, thank you.
My thing was everybody's
thought
gonna
you
push the panic button because we made a big deal. They've been run real
I
twice.
thought you were really going. I was fixing to call it and get Sweetie Pie to
The
run an
only
objection
one,
up
the
here.
only one I'm calling to be fired is Holly Warren, and still, right now, still no contract extension. Still today, no contract
Well, we don't
extension.
need a contract extension. We got those 3 All-Americans coming in again.
Said she could. She's told him she cannot recruit. She don't have a contract.
Well, she's
extension.
done a pretty good job.
These were
got-
already coming. We're
Well,
talking about for 19's class.
Well, but still,
She ain't got 'em. She ain't got 'em
recruiting's in trouble, these aren't coming. If they don't think she's going to be here, these aren't coming.
She's got less than probably 12 months on her contract left right now.
Well, she's in good shape. She's in good shape.
No,
She's got 3 All-Americans, McDonald's All-Americans.
I'll tell you what I'll do.
She's in
I'll
good
tell you.
shape.
I'll bet you right now she is no better. This time next year, we're in no better shape. We got no further in the tournament than we got this year.
Oh, that's-
in
we'll
fact,
get-
we
we'll
might
get
be
better.
one step less
No, we'll get
than
better.
we got. And what about the women's tournament? Connecticut
better.
again goes 37-0 and gets beat. They're 37-0 and Notre Dame knocked them out on some lucky shots.
Well, but I thought it wasn't. It was a lucky shot to end it. But again, Connecticut's down 6, 14.7 seconds left, and tie the ball game. But the last minute and a half of that game, same thing that's happened to Michigan. Connecticut doesn't even look like the same team. I mean, they run, they hurry up, they don't get in their offense, they don't get the ball inside, they fire up some shots, dribble one off of a foot. It's not the same. It's not the same. And I don't know. I mean, again, he didn't call a timeout. I thought when he should have called one to say, hey, we got to slow this thing down.
I can live with Connecticut going 37-0 every year if they'll losing that game.
Oh, it's okay.
So that just goes to show you the lack of competition they play in their league is not very much. I forgot what conference they're in.
Well, how can you say that?
It's not very good competition for them.
Why is that?
Well, you got
Notre Dame plays better competition?
Yeah. In a better conference. In a better conference. Oh, so you think Tennessee plays in a better conference?
Well, how many of Notre Dame's opponents were in the Final Four?
Connecticut was in there. They played Connecticut earlier in the year.
Okay, one time.
There was somebody else. Louisville.
No,
I think they played.
no.
Yes, it was because Louisville beat them by 20-something. Yes. So
sure?
there's. Yeah, I'm positive. So there's
Sure.
two.
Okay. Here we go.
I don't know about
We're
Mississippi
stretching
State.
it now.
No, Mississippi State didn't play them, I don't think.
No,
I really want
they
it,
did
and I'm
not.
just be honest. I really want Mississippi State to win. I
Well,
want that guy. I want that guy to
and
win.
Mississippi State had a great chance to win.
Yep.
If you remember,
Miss free throws down.
well,
stretch.
the big gal comes down and misses 2 point blank.
Miss
Point blank
miss
layups.
layups, and then miss free
Well, one
throws.
wasn't a point blank layup. It was right in front of the goal.
Miss layup.
And she shot and didn't hit the rim. It hit on the left side of the goal. And then she fouls.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was hoping Mississippi State. I was rooting for Mississippi
But
State.
she missed a point blank layup down the stretch that was huge.
Yes.
Huge.
Big.
So now is that the coach's fault?
Well, the coach is going to get the blame for it.
Well, I don't think so. I don't think
I
so.
mean-
He got a team. He's got his team to the Final Four.
Well, I don't know. The coach always gets the blame for everything usually. So
from,
you know.
from you.
No, not from me. I don't
From
blame
you.
the coach for
Well,
everything.
but for most everything.
No, you blame the coach. You get the blame from the coach here from me for not, like you said, not taking timeouts and other things and not preparing for the game. I think that's the coach's fault. Once the girls or your men get on the floor, I think the game is out of your hand except for how you manipulate the timeouts and what you do. And if you can make
Substitutions.
substitutions, and if you can make adjustments on the fly in a game,
Villanova,
think you're all right.
Villanova doesn't win that game the other night if they don't make.
well,
make
if the guy coming off the
substitution.
bench doesn't
That's-
come in and
that's
drop
one.
31,
That's
Michigan
one.
wins that game.
And the other thing that I thought was the key to it was he didn't disrupt the flow when his point guard had been on the bench for several minutes with the foul trouble. He left him over there. He didn't. A lot of coaches would get him back in the
Right.
ball game
Yeah, quickly.
and disrupt that rhythm. He said, "Hey, boys, as long as this ship's going in the right direction,
Let
then
it
we're
go.
full speed ahead.
Full speed ahead.
We're not changing it."
So I think that's what you blame. You got to blame the coach on the preparation prior to the game, the adjustments during the game, the substitutions, like you said, calling timeouts at the right
Yeah,
time.
see, I think the
working
timeouts.
working everything in your advantage because the coach don't shoot the ball, the coach don't play defense.
But I think
But the coach does put forward he puts the
he
defense
does.
in.
But I think so many times coaches will let a run continue because they're worried about that timeout.
Well, they're
at
waiting
half.
on- they're
And in
wait-
the first half.
They're waiting on that TV timeout.
Well, but in the first half,
Well,
I'm
see-
going to call timeout to change, if nothing else, to change the flow,
Here's
change the rhythm.
Here's what you don't know about them timeouts in the SEC. You got 5, and one of them you have to take. You can't just go to the locker room 5 because when you come back out, you're gonna have 4. They get one from you automatically.
Well, but
you
I'm-
don't
what
take
I'm
it.
saying is
So
those-
that's one I take.
But why am I worried about timeouts in the first half? I'm going to try to disrupt the flow. If I've got a red hot team like Villanova, I'm going to take a timeout and just say, hey, let them get over there and
Well,
think
you
about
don't
it.
want to use too many of your timeouts, so you have
Why?
them in the second half. You don't start all over. You just have to keep what
Well,
you got.
but you're still going to have enough the second half.
Well, I probably might with burn one,
but-
maybe 2
Well,
at
I'm
the
just
most.
saying. I think so many times they sit there and they let the game get out of control with those timeouts.
So what we just talked about is the same thing I've been talking about Holly Warren. Make practice, in-game adjustments, substitution, stuff like that. She can't do it.
I think the biggest thing there is adjustments.
She can't do it.
I think
She
I
is
think
not
that-
able.
I think that's,
she is not able to do it. And, I mean, I know it's like preaching to a dead horse, but she's not able to do it. I don't care. I really don't care. And you could say different, and you probably will. I don't care how many All-Americans she's got. She cannot. I tell you what, I'll bet. And this is really hard for me to say. I bet you could go over there and win as many games as she did.
Oh,
this
there's
year.
no doubt.
Okay.
I mean, that's
And I can sit there
good coach.
beside you and hold the clipboard with you.
No,
You don't
I
have to
wouldn't
pay
want you
me
to do that
Yeah.
because
You'd want me to
you
coach.
get us in foul trouble.
You'd want me. No, I know
You
better.
get technicals.
I know
You get
better. I
technicals.
said on. I know better. I sat on Jody Wright's bench for a while, so
But
I
but
know
the
better.
thing that I think that Holly Works gets blamed for to some degree, Pat Summitt had let the thing go away. She'd let it get away from her.
Well, how come? Now I've got an interesting question to ask you. Then you seem to want to throw that up to me quite a bit, but you don't seem to want to throw the same thing up when we talk about Philip Fulmer. He'd let the same thing happen to
No,
the football.
no,
Yes, Barry,
no,
he had.
no.
He let the recruit. He went. He sat on his
No.
laurels and he let the recruiting slip, and he put himself in that situation.
Thing that happened. The
He
thing that
did,
happened to
and
Philip
you
Fulmer
know he
was
did.
hiring Clausen as the offensive
That's
coordinator.
that's part of his gig. But
It is,
he let it
and he
slip.
had too much pride to
He
run
let
him
it
off.
slip. He didn't have no pride about running.
Saban would have
Hold on
run
a
it.
minute.
Saban would have run the guy off in the third game.
Timeout. He didn't have no pride about running Randy Sanders off.
Sure he did.
No, he didn't.
Sure he did. He kept him
he
about
ran him
2
off.
years longer than he should have.
He ran him off, though. In the end, he ran him
But
off.
he kept him to
It don't matter. He ran him off. So I don't buy that. He let the recruiting go down. The class that you sat here on this July night, we sat here 8, 9, 10 years ago, and you bragged about and you was all happy about. They're all in school. They're all in summer workout. They're all over there. Only 2 graduated out of that
No,
class.
you don't know that. You don't know.
That's what they said.
You don't know that number.
Yeah.
2 graduated. What year was that?
I don't know. I said I can't remember. That's when I think that's the year that
2
Dennis.
graduated.
I think that's the year when the kid from Fulton was there, Dennis Rogan, and all those kids. You were so happy that all those kids were in
2
summer
graduated.
Two,
We
check
need
it
to find
out.
I will.
school. 2, check it out.
I don't have to. That's wrong.
Why?
That's bad information.
Then it's bad information off the
Well,
sports
no,
animal.
no, you're just
No,
listening.
you.
You're listening to some
I ain't
stuff and
listening
you don't
to
know.
nothing.
Yeah.
2. But anyway, Philip Fulmer done the same
No.
thing. He just let the program run in the ditch, and you don't want to blame him. You don't want to. He gets no blame. But
Sure he
you're
gets
not.
blamed.
You're not.
He's
You
the
don't
head of the ship.
hesitate.
He's the captain
But
of the
you
ship.
don't hesitate to blame Pat Summit
Okay.
for letting the ship
How
run
many,
in the ditch.
how many recruits did she bring in the last couple of years?
I don't know.
3 or 4 years, all she even brought in. They
Well,
didn't
that's
even
all
have.
the limit
They didn't have
had.
enough to even
They don't
scrimmage.
recruit 25.
They didn't have enough to scrimmage.
She don't get 25.
She gets 12 though.
She don't get 25.
She gets 12.
That's still less than 25.
Well, but why would you only have 8 on
I
your
mean,
team?
come
Why would you
on.
only have 8 on your team?
I don't know.
That's-
You need
that's
to
my
ask
point.
her.
No, I
Can't
can't.
though. So ask Holly.
That's
Maybe
all.
she
That's
can
all
tell
I'm
you.
saying.
How many's Holly got? 8.
No.
8 players. She's short bench again this year.
That's what I'm saying. Is
So-
they didn't do that.
Same thing with Philip Fulmer. He
Well,
got
just
in
relax
trouble.
now.
He
Don't
got
get-
in
don't
trouble.
get all fired up.
No,
Now,
I'm
just
fired up
relax.
because you
Just
want to blame.
relax.
You want
No.
to jump on one
No.
bandwagon,
No.
but the same thing that's being said about somebody else, you're hesitant to get on there.
And the thing that
Do
the-
you owe
the
Philip
thing-
Fulmer some money, or
the
does he
thing
owe
with
you
him
money or
was
something?
he made a terrible hire as offensive coordinator, and he stuck with him, and it took him down.
Well, I just
It
want
took
to know
him
one thing. If you got some connection to Philip Fulmer I don't know about, you got an inside.
Just loyal. Just loyal.
Yeah, you ain't loyal to nobody.
Just loyal.
You're not loyal to a soul.
Just
You wouldn't be
loyal.
loyal to nobody. Nah, that's bull.
Just loyal.
That's bull. That's bull. Same thing. Philip Fulmer's as guilty as Pat Summit. He run the boat off in
No,
the
he's
ditch.
not as guilty as she is.
Well, I shouldn't say he run a boat in the ditch. He run the boat on dry land, and he couldn't get it back in the water again. That's the bottom line.
Folks, we'll be right back. We got to get him another pill. He's
Take me a drink
take
of water
drink of
here.
water. We'll be right back.
I'll be ready to go again. Get me another break.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is the premier pharmacy service location. Let our professional staff help with all your pharmacy needs, answer your questions, or help with your medication management with our Medicine on Time packaging system. We also offer medication therapy management to ensure you're receiving maximum benefits from your medication. Diabetes care is available with one-on-one consultations, or you can attend one of our monthly diabetes information classes. Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood.
All right, crew, let's get started. All right.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. Mulch & More offers mulch, the best topsoil in the area. All types of gravel, sand, pea gravel, either loose or in bags, creek rock, river rock, field stone, mountain mist stone, railroad cross ties, straw bales, fence posts, farm gates, and much more. Mulch & More offers backhoe and dump truck service. And Mulch & More can also demolish a house or building on your property, and they'll haul it off for you. Give Gary a call today at 865-740-5229 for Mulch & More in Midtown.
In today's world, you don't stay in business long without providing exceptional customer service. The Duff family has been providing exceptional customer service for over 44 years. Our customers rate us highly, as shown by the fact we're the only dealer in Tennessee to have earned the Subaru Stellar Care Award for customer satisfaction 6 years in a row. Check our online reviews or ask your friends. They'll tell you to come to Earl Duff Subaru, where buying is a pleasure.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event, choose 0% financing on all new 18 Outback models at Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman.
Roan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation. Roan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. A member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Roan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
I'm Scott Burton, and I'm running for Angel County Trustee. In business, I've managed dozens of employees. Like you, I've focused on the bottom line. As a lifelong Republican, I'm fiscally conservative, and I've proven it as Clinton's mayor. We've cut the debt in half over the last 8 years. Now Clinton's on a path to be debt-free in less than 8 years. We deserve an experienced fiscal conservative in the trustee office. I'm Scott Burton, asking your vote in the Republican primary.
Reno Sporting Goods, your first choice for sports equipment. On the court, on the field, or in the stands, Reno's has the brand names you want. All the latest from Adidas, Under Armour, and more. From custom embroidery to screen printing, it's all about the game. For over 30 years, Reno Sporting Goods.
Welcome back to the locker room. High school baseball. Independence is the #1 team in AAA. One missing there is Farragut. And I think Farragut got off to a bad start in their district. They lost their first 2 district games, but don't be surprised to see Farragut make another big run late in the season.
Yeah, they got some pretty good baseball tradition.
They've got some transfers come in, and I think probably they've got a little chemistry mojo working there that they got to get in shape. But it's the first time in several years that you won't see Farragut in the top 10 for baseball. Another team, Gibbs. You always see them in softball, but Gibbs is the #1 team in baseball. Sweetwater's #4 in the area, and in single A, Rockwood is #6. So, got a little bit of local flavor there. UT football spring practice. What do you think?
Well, I like what we're hearing. So it's all about football, nothing else. No music, no nothing. Cut it all out. So
just get down to practice.
Yeah, sounds like it's what needs to happen.
Randy Sanders becomes the head coach for the first time, and before spring practice is even over,
he's suspended with pay.
Trouble.
Yeah. Nobody really there's rumors why he's out, but nobody seems to really know because the university's not said anything. So they'll see. Like I said, I'll listen on the Animal coming down today and this evening, and they think it'll all be good, but he's not going to coach in the blue and whatever game, whatever it is. I don't remember what blue and gold game. I think he's not going to coach in that game Saturday night, and they think sometime shortly after they'll get it resolved that he'll be back.
Misunderstanding probably between some parents.
That's what the rumor is. It's a misunderstanding. The kid that supposedly whatever took place, getting whapped upside the head. I've seen that all my life around football. You have too, probably. So
sometimes even without a helmet on.
Yeah, sometimes without a helmet on, knucklehead. So I don't know. This world's a whole lot different than it used to be. It ain't the same.
A big day tomorrow for golf fans, the Masters.
We'll see if Tiger's back. He's been playing better. I ain't gonna say he's back, but he thinks he's back. And some of the guys down there thinks he's back.
Well, if he's gonna make a comeback, the Masters is his. That's his course.
He likes that place, and it's set up for him. I think it'll be interesting to see what he does. As some of them have said, we want Tiger back. He's good for the game. He's good for the game, but let's let him come back slowly.
what he's done is, you know, he's added several $1,000s to the ticket price down there this week.
Well, I think he got hurt, and I think he's basically said, hey, I done some things wrong, and it's took me a while to get straightened out, and I'm straightened out now, and I'm back, and I think he's healthy. I think he tried to come back, and he wasn't healthy, which put him even deeper in. Then he got messed up a little bit on the pain side, had to get out of that. But now it seems like everybody said, now it seems like he's health-wise, he's back health-wise.
Like I say,
he's acting more like, I think it's the way Bubba Watson said it today when I seen it on TV. Tiger's acting more like himself. You could tell he's healthy.
You know, tickets, $6,000, $8,000, $10,000.
Man,
a lot of money.
That's why he's good for the game.
Yeah, it's. I hope the Sanders thing gets taken care of pretty quick. That's a. You know, Randy Sanders has waited a long time for this opportunity, and it's a shame that it gets started off on this kind of.
Bobby Rader said today, and was talking about him today. He said that this job fits Randy Sanders. This job's got Randy Sanders' name all over it. It's a good fit. So I'm like you. I hope he gets it straightened out. I think you can honestly say, and I think you can honestly say this and mean it. He's paid his dues.
Sure has.
And I think it's time. I think it's and I've never really thought about it being a really good fit for him. I never really even thought about that, but that's probably right. It's probably a good fit.
You know, it's a Southern Conference. They're getting a new stadium.
It's probably a good fit for him.
It's back. Football is back at ETSU. So you know, they're going to play UT. They'll play some big games, and it'll be just money games. But he's in a position where he can win the Southern Conference. You know, you're in there with Western Carolina, the Citadel, Wofford. So you've got a chance to.
Well, like I said, I think he deserves a chance, and I hope he gets to complete what he signed on for. So that's all you can do is hope. You don't never know, but we'll see how it all works out.
I think he'll be end up being a good fit. Have you followed John Adams here the last couple of weeks?
Well, I've read a couple of his things, but not really. Not to say that I've followed him. No, I've not.
I mean,
I've just seen a couple, heard some comments, different comments about him, stuff like that. But I've not followed it. No, I've not.
He's had some interesting concepts of I think he's been following Pruitt's spring practice kind of thing, and I think he feels real strong that that Pruitt might be the right man to get Tennessee back on track. I think what UT fans probably going to have to be patient is that just to win the East would be huge.
Yeah,
would be huge, and to get to the SEC championship game and win that would be even a bigger feat. So before you even start talking about national, you shouldn't even be talking about national championship at this point. There's a lot of steps that have to be taken to get before you're going to get there.
I seen a guy. Where did I see it? Either I read it in the paper or I seen it somewhere. Guys already bet on Tennessee.
$110 nets him $55,000.
Yes. So you've seen the same thing. So I think what the Tennessee fans want,
he'll lose that bet in 18.
Well, he probably will, but there's a lot of people think right now Tennessee's in the running for it. I guarantee.
For the national championship?
I guarantee they are. I guarantee.
Next year?
Yeah, next year. I guarantee they. Yeah, I think they are. There's Tennessee fans that think every year Tennessee.
But they're on Kool-Aid.
Well, they might be. That's the Kool-Aid you drink, by the way, not me. I don't drink it. But anyway, I think what the Tennessee fans want is a team that goes out and plays, and if they get beat, a coach doesn't come in and have excuses.
Well, I mean, I agree with you, but to be, But it's not fair. It's not fair to be talking national championships this year or next year.
No, I agree. I'm not saying I'm
Right.
disagreeing. I agree with you. I think this. I don't even know if we'll have a 6-6 season this year. I think it could be 4-8, or 5-6 maybe. I think if it's 6-6 this year, you have to say that's a positive. Let's give him another year extension. I think that's good. I think if he just wins 2 or 3 SEC games, hey, give him his contract.
I think he can probably be 7-6.
I think he's going to coach football, and he's going to coach them right. And I think the coaching staff he's got is the same way. I think he's got a good staff, and he's a good football coach. I think, but the question is, and will the fans give him the time to recruit and turn the program around? And all you don't hear, we're giving him 3 years or we're giving him 4. We're giving him 2 years. I don't think he can do it in 2 years, Ron.
I mean, I don't think it's fair. Like I say, I think in 2 years, if he won the East, that'd be huge.
I think if, 2 years ago or the year Jones had a chance to win the SEC East. I think if he wins that,
he's still there.
And even if he gets beat in the SEC championship
He's still
game,
there.
Right, he's still there.
Sure.
I think if you have an opportunity to win it, you better walk through the door. Because if you don't, when you're trying to walk through the door, it's going to smack you right in the nose.
Plus, I think the thing that's going to be against Pruitt that Jones had in his favor is the East is much more difficult now than it was when Jones came and when Jones tenure here. Georgia's a much better football team. Florida's going to be a much better football team. Jones had the advantage that Florida wasn't a very good football team his whole tenure here, and he didn't take advantage of that.
No, he didn't.
Georgia was not a very good football team, and he did. The Hail Mary helped him win one. South Carolina was an average football team the last couple of years, and we took 2 Hail Marys there, two.
They're talking about South Carolina. They're saying they might really be one that's improved a lot.
They might be improved, but I just don't think they're to the point where
talk is winning the SEC.
No, I don't. No, they'll be lucky to win the East.
I shouldn't say it. I didn't mean to win the SEC. Win the East is what I meant to say. I'm sorry. I said the wrong thing.
They'll be lucky to win the East. Although they've got a good quarterback coming back.
Let's see. Let's bet this is Triple D. He's waited to the last minute or two to call before we go off air. So let's bet.
You're on the air.
Hey, Queen and Ron, you got it. Triple D. I was trying to get in. I had a few other calls, but I'm here now. What about your Kansas Jayhawks?
What about them, buddy? They got beat.
Yeah, they got beat. They didn't stand a chance. I don't think nobody stood a chance against Villanova the way they played.
You wasn't for Villanova.
No, I wasn't for Villanova. I'll say who I'm from. I'm man enough to admit. I said, hey, I was from Michigan. I told you I like Beeline.
You know who was? You know our good friend was for Villanova. Coach Gaddis was for Villanova.
Oh yeah, well.
And Aaron Green was for Villanova.
Well, he better
too.
be for Oak Ridge. Don't worry about Villanova.
He is. He's for Oak Ridge. He's getting ready to start spring practice here for long. He'll be ready
I
for
hope he can
next
do better.
season.
He did the last 2 or 3 seasons.
But you know what though, Triple D? The main thing about it, he's still the coach, buddy.
Well, I tell you what. Hey. Not like the NFL, like Jerry Glanfield used to say, NFL not for long.
Well, we're not coaching in the NFL. We're coaching in high school.
Well, I said that in the NFL, not for long. That's what, you said he's gonna be the coach. He's still the coach, not for long.
Okay.
Are you making that call?
You can keep tooting his horn. Not for long. He won't be there.
Are you making that call?
Yeah, I'm making that call.
How are you making that call?
I'm just making that call, but he's going to prove what he done. He like Janet Jackson sung that song, what have you done for me lately?
We're winning games, going to the playoffs. What do you expect?
She wasn't the first one to record that, though.
We want more than playoffs. We ain't Oliver Springs. We not Oliver Springs or some of them schools like
now you're going to knock Oliver Springs.
Now you're going to knock Oliver Springs, hey?
What you want to knock Oliver Springs for?
Well, we want to knock Oliver Springs because we ain't Oliver Springs.
But why you want to knock Oliver Springs for?
Hey, we don't want to be complacent. We ain't never been a complacent program. Oliver Springs, they go to playoffs, they content. They satisfied. That's their Super Bowl. Not at Oak Ridge.
Well,
Not at Oak Creek.
Like I
You
said,
say
Gaddis is
y'all,
supposed to start
y'all
another
can say
year.
what y'all want to about Gaddis. We like winners, brothers.
Well, he's a winner.
Hey, where at? When he won? When he won?
Hey.
You got Aaron Hunt over there.
We're talking. We're
over
talking
there.
basketball now. Let's talk basketball. You let Queener get you off track.
Well, no, okay. Well, let me say this for your show run out. That situation at Mississippi State, I was from Mississippi State, but the girl, the couple of shots she missed, she was suspecting that girl be right under.
But you don't miss those 2 shots.
Yeah, she did. That's what I said. She missed them.
But you don't.
But she missed them based on the girl. She thought when she turned, she was worried about the girl being under her instead of concentrating.
You don't miss those 2 shots though.
Yeah, she missed them, but
I'm saying but you can't
she
afford.
was fazed by the girl. She being under when she turned. She should have went on, concentrate on shooting the shot.
Big time players don't miss those shots.
Well, Big time players admit Michael Jordan missed them.
Yeah.
Michael, now Triple D, you're wrong on that. You know you are.
I said he missed. Magic Johnson, all of them, Larry Bird.
Oh no! Oh come on, Triple D.
Y'all just want to argue. Hey, look here. The best that missed shot. That girl was concentrating on that girl being under her.
Well, she missed
but at
2.
the same time, the coach getting to the coach. When that girl got it, wasn't but 3 seconds. Just like I told you.
One time on the first miss, she didn't have anybody on her. All she had to do was put it in the square.
Yeah, but she put it in the square all night. It just
Well,
she
didn't when it counted.
That
though.
happened.
She didn't when it
happened.
counted.
Lord have mercy.
Ain't nobody perfect. And the thing is, by her coach, 3 seconds left, when that girl touched that ball, cut her off.
Well, you got to foul her.
No, you ain't got to foul her because they fouled her. She'd had 2 shots.
No, they had 1 shot to give. You foul her when she gets the ball. You foul her
What?
immediately.
All they had to do is trap her.
All they had to do was
foul.
foul her. All they had to do was foul her, and they had a foul to give.
They let her get to the corner.
I understand that, but foul her. As soon as she started going around the bend, foul her.
What she do to Connecticut? She's deadly. They didn't call her the black mama, female mama for nothing.
Foul her. Foul her.
You can hold 3 seconds. That's all they had.
I'm just saying you got to foul her immediately.
Yeah, you didn't have to fight. Well, they had one girl trailing her.
You don't
Right
take any chances with 3 seconds left. Foul her.
Well, you don't let her get to the corner.
Well, I don't know because I'm gonna foul her before she gets to the corner.
They come out of timeout, Ron.
That's exactly right. And they had a foul to give. And when she took the ball, you got to foul. You got to foul. No, you got to foul.
You let the best player on the court get the ball.
Because I'm going to foul her.
We're going to foul her, Triple D.
I'm going to foul her. It don't matter who gets the ball.
Yes, when you allow her to shoot or get a shot, and she looking at the basket, you don't let shooters shoot.
Listen,
that's my point. You foul her.
Listen for this a minute.
Once they get their aim, that's it.
You need to go back and look at the tape and everything and get ready and call us a little earlier next week. We got to get out of here.
Yeah. All right, Krina. But
Foul her. Foul her.
You eating crow again. You eating crow.
Foul her.
I'm not eating crow. How am I eating crow? I'm not
You
eating crow.
pick Kansas.
I'm not eating crow.
You
Foul
pick
her.
Kansas.
No crow. Got to go, Triple D. We're out of time just about.
All right, then.
See,
All
man.
right.
He waits to call in at the last minute, so he thinks he can get the last
word.
word. Well, he don't get the last word with me.
No, you got to foul that gal.
I agree with you. Got to foul. I ain't eating no crow.
Okay. See you next week. Have a great week.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. Mulch & More offers mulch, the best topsoil in the area. All types of gravel, sand, pea gravel, either loose or in bags, creek rock, river rock, field stone, mountain mist stone, railroad cross ties, straw bales, fence posts, farm gates, and much more. Mulch & More offers backhoe and dump truck service. And Mulch & More can also demolish a house or building on your property, and they'll haul it off for you. Give Gary a call today at 865-740-5229 for Mulch & More in Midtown.